Well, that's the gap all filled up. This obviously needs a little thin bit of filler over it, but not too bad actually. Could do with a bit more welding there, but then again I might not bother. If I get a bit of a fiberglass, just put a very thin coat over there, that'll bring it right up nicely. It's nice and strong, which is good. I'll just sort of finishing off all the other bits just before I start on the sill, and I'll just sort of look over here. I'll find a little pinhole. This pinhole decided that it wasn't going to be a pinhole anymore, it wanted to be a large hole. So I'll do that one now. I've got a piece of plate, I'll cut that ready for it. Get the camera annoyed, so I'll weld that in there. Oh, I don't know if anybody knows any of these, I've got one of these little Dremels, but they're actually quite handy, believe it or not. I know they're sort of a bit of a, I don't know, bit of a do-it-yourself thing, but I actually use it quite a few times now. The only trouble I got with it is a cutting disc. They only last about a nanosecond, then I put another one in. So I'm just trying to find, I think I'll go on Amazon now and just see if I can find some decent ones. So I'll just do, see that little cut there, there's 2 discs. And there's about 1.5. So it's about 3 or 4 discs just to cut a little piece like that. I can get that one there with a big disc cutter and down there, so that's absolutely fine. No, I was just wondering if there's any sort of decent discs out there. Oh, this is the first problem. This is wide enough. You look at the distance from there to there, and there to there, that's shallower. So that's the first problem, so I'm going to have to sort of obviously cut it. Again. That sort of curvy there's a little bit out. This piece I made ages ago doesn't really fit that well. It sort of fits like that. Not too bad, but then that bit there doesn't fit. More problems. Well, I suppose I've only got to cut that, haven't I? So imagine all these pattern parts are actually made a little bit oversized. I'll just give the I'll just give everybody a bit of a headache when they come to fit it. Right, that's in line now. I've just put a straight edge over it. You can see that well. That's sort of, so it's come up just a little tad. But that's that bit in there. So I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's see. And then I can put this where I want then. Let's see. That's the cutting plan anyway. Well, that's as far as I've got. It's sort of roughly in place. I just need to give it a closer look. I'm not sure what to do about this bit here yet. So close the door and I'll show you. So the gap's actually pretty good. It fades away a little bit there. So I might just need to dress that little piece up a little bit. It's probably the door, because don't forget that I've done the door, done the repair on it. That's probably me anyway. I think I've just got to try and sort out the rest of it. Yeah, it's just a piece here I need to have a think about. I'm going to put that bit in there. I might as well just cut that bit off. Yeah, but where do I cut it? I'll cut it at an angle like that. I think I need to get this piece fitting a lot better. Once I'm happy with that, then I'll put the strip in the middle. I might just put a couple of tacks. Just hold it there. Yeah, that's it. Get all this fitting better, as good as I can. And then put a strip in there, tack it in. I might be able to just put a couple of tacks here and there just to keep it going. That's the plan. Well, I'm making quite a lot of progress at the moment. I managed to get this piece here, well, actually tack that in. It sort of keeps blowing through in places, but I'll have to sort of persevere with it. Loads of little tacks and hopefully build it up. This is a bit I made ages ago, but it's all going really well at the moment. I've welded, done a few little tacks in here. I had to stop because the inside of that, I put loads of seam sealant and unfortunately all caught the light, so I had to make a bit of a stop. Anyway, what I've done now, all the welds I put on there, I just ground them down a little bit. What I've used is a little Dremel with a little round carbide on it. It actually works really well. But now, the whole idea, so it's stuttering again, keep stuttering, is I actually want to fill this up with weld rather than filler. So I reckon if I can go back over it, just fill all these little gaps up, then grind it back down again, I can blend it all in. Then I can just use a little tiny bit of filler, blend it in. It's a bit I wasn't sure of. It's this bit here. Let's get round it. Well, I've got this repair panel on. It's pretty much all welded in now, so it's solid as a rock now. I've screwed up a little bit because I wasn't paying much attention to this little piece here. I don't know if you can see it, but when the door closes, it's sticking out a bit too much. I sort of played around it quite a few times and I was trying careful, just trying to get it in line. The problem I've got, I'm not sure what to do really, because I've actually welded in this piece of plate there. You can see it. That sort of runs down there. So what I was thinking of doing, maybe I was going to try and cut this, but I can only cut it up to there, up to about there. And I'll see if I can tap that corner out. If it work or not. I'm just going to cut it along there. Cut it along there to about there. Tap it out and see what happens. So, well, the good news, I've managed to pull this out a little bit. That's it, nicely in line now with the door. I've got to fill that little gap up there. Downside is I put a big dent in there. Well, one of the things I'll have to see if I can get a hammer behind it. Well, I can or not. And a dolly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to weld this up first. I'm just going to put like a welding rod in there and fill the gap up, then dress that up. So worked out sort of fairly well in the end. It's not sort of 100%, but it is what it is. It's what it is. I've done this other bit, which is on the floor. So I'll get. This other bit here, I've got I've only tacked it. Well, I've got pigeon shit on it actually, but there you go. I'm going to weld the inside. That sort of goes in there like that. Something like that. Once that's all in, then what I'll do, I'll fully weld the whole lot up. I've got a spray bottle of water this time, so if it does catch light, I can put it out. That's the bit I'm not looking forward to, all this up here. Anyway, it's a nice sitting down job, so I'll get on with it. Well, that's that bit all welded in. I've got the, keep forgetting a little bit there, I'll do it later. There's a bit of a grind up. I've actually ground it all in. I've actually welded it all up and ground it. I use a little die grinder from my little Dremel, which is this little thing here. So all it needs really now is just a little finger fiberglass over there just to blend it all in. That come out lovely. I managed to pull this piece out. The door actually lines up now. I didn't actually show you we're doing it, but I actually cut it, pulled it out. I put a G-clamp on it and pulled it, but I made a dent in it. But I managed to get the dent out. I'll show you. I'll close the door. It should be in line now. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Needs pushing down there a little bit. It might need just a little tiny bit of filler on there. But I might be tempted just to put some weld on there, but it's actually on at the moment. It could have been pulled out a bit more, but I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and just put a skim of filler over it. I think I just got some filler and just went over it like that. And just like that. Just like that. And blend it in. Not perfect, but that's as good as I can do at the moment. I've got to finish that little bit there off. Somehow I've dented it. And the underneath, I've got to grind all that off. I just need I was going to do it now, but I just need to have a bit of a tidy up because I've got stuff all over the floor at the moment. I've taken this piece of sill off and probably take the other piece off as well. I don't think it's actually doing anything at the moment. Then once I'm happy with this, which I sort of am, could have been a bit like my school reports really, could have done better. But I'll play around with that one next, just finish that off. And once I'm completely happy with this, I might just see if I can dress that down a little bit. And then I'm going to take that piece of sill off, and that piece at the front off, and off the new one up. What I decided to do, because the actual new sill only comes up to that edge there, comes up there into there. So I'm going to have to make this piece to go in there anyway, so it's no dramas, but I have got somewhere, yeah, this bit. I actually made it ages ago. Can't really put it on there, but that goes in there anyway. So I've only got to make a small piece up. So, bit of progress, that's all good stuff. I'm quite pleased with that, right, it's come out. I'll say a bit of filler in it, right, with a little lumpy bit there. But I wasn't sure how this is all in. Well, it's supposed to be out of the factory, but this is the way it is now. So I know it's quite nice like that. Right, for the 100th time I've taken both the doors off. I put an extra brace in here, I don't know if you can see it or not. And also, it was a bit primitive, but I've wedged a big piece of wood in the back there. So hopefully all this piece will stay where it is. Now I'm going to take the rest of the sill off because it's not actually doing anything. So I'm going to cut it. I think the new sill goes into there. So I'm pretty much going to get a saw and just cut all this off. This whole lot, and take it out as much as I can. And then clean his face up, because I'm going to have to fabricate a piece of metal to go in here, because I didn't realise, but the new sill doesn't come in with that one. Anyway, so I won't video it because it's been quite a long time, so it'll take me ages to cut it all out and cut it off. As you can see, it's not really losing any strength, there's no strength there at the moment. So let's get this cut out and cut it all off. cleaned all the inner seal up. It's all nice and clean there. I've got to put some cure rust on it and treat it with something or other. I'm just playing around with the outer seal at the moment because, as you can see, this bit will match up, but that doesn't. So I'm not sure how I'm going to blend that into there. I haven't got a clue actually. So what I'm going to do, to start off with, this seal, I wish I'd have brought a dearer one there, but I bought a cheaper one. And things are cheap for a reason. Now the seal's actually oversized. You can see it's too long. And it should end about here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it off. I'll get in there, cut it all the way down there like that. So it gives me that piece of seal. Then I can offer it up to here and have a play around with it, see if I can sort of blend it in a bit better. Because that there, I know you can't really see it that well, but it's got more of a curve on it. So that is the plan. So the plan really is to cut that piece off at the end, offer it back up again, clean the inside up, put some sort of painty stuff on it to protect it from rust. Not actually too bad. Wish it was a bit thicker, but it's not. It is what it is. And we'll go from there. So don't know if you can see it or not. This little repair panel I welded in, it's got a little bit wavy. It's all right there, but it's a big bulge out there. So I think before I start messing around with anything else, I need to get rid of that bulge. I think I might be able to just, I don't know, just cut it and straighten it and weld it. Doesn't look that bad. Oh, can you see it in there? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that first. Yeah, I've got rid of most of the bend on it. I've cut 3 slots. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to clamp it up with some piece of metal, make it nice and flat. I've ground it a couple of times, or put a slot it closed. I'll just slot it once, banged it in, and the slot closed up, so I kept opening it up and opening it up. So hopefully that should be all. I've got ready for welding. It's all gone nice and flat. I've got a big piece of flat bar under there. It's held on by that one and that one. And I just put a little bit of spreader across there with a clamp. So all I'm going to do is get a cut tacks, tack. I'll clean that paint off with it first. I'm really pleased that went there so easy. This metal work's getting a bit easier. Well, shouldn't really say that because I've got the seal to do now. That's where it's all going to bugger up. But well, I'm not sure if it's going to work. Obviously I've got to get this sort of fitting a little bit better. Obviously this is only just the end cut, or the off cut. What I've done, I've just marked down like 10mm lines down there. And I've just drawn a couple along here. Whether you can see it or not. What I'm going to do, I know it doesn't fit particularly that well there at the moment, but when I come to fit the proper seal, what I'll do, I'll dress this out so it all blends in a little bit better. Well, that's the plan anyway. So what I'm going to do now, just going to cut along here. I'm probably only going to go to that line there. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 and see what happens. That'll take me down to there, so I hope I can play around with bending it and twisting it in. Then I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do about this bottom bit yet, but just do one bit at a time. Well, I've got it sort of fitting the best I can. Don't forget, it's just only sort of rough at the moment. A bit awkward doing it at one end, but it does sort of fit quite well on the bottom. Alright, so this is where I'm going to do the cut lines. Right, this is where I'm going to do the cut lines. I've marked it all out on here, so I'm doing them all exactly the same, except for this one there. Well, I might just do it because I've got to cut that and bend it back over there to weld it in. So what I should do, when I offer it all up, I should tackle these in, bend them on right where they should be. Like I say, these are only rough at the moment, and then I can, this whole edge there, I've got to trim back up again. The other bit I made a mistake on is down the bottom here. I'll put a cut line there. As you can see, I want to cut it right at the very bottom. That give me pretty much better then. Then obviously I've got to just play around with that after it's on. And this piece here, I've bent over with a hammer. And then I reckon I can just trim this enough and just fold it back into there. Well, I've drilled these holes out ready for the wax saw and stuff. I've drilled only 2 of them actually. The other one's there. I'll just clean this up with a wire brush, which is sort of down there. it's okay, it's all nice and clean there, clean there. Found a little tiny hole, a little tiny pinhole. Give it a poke and it's a big hole. So I thought, before I put the sill on, I might as well just do this bit here, this little plate. So I like to do that piece over there. I think a bit of hindsight would be quicker to put the hole in the sill one, but there you go, a bit too late there. So I'm just going to cut a piece of plate out there, with a little hole in there for a plug weld. Exactly. Right, I'm having a bit of problem getting this sill sort of lined up. So what I've done it sort of there. I've made these, it's all clamped at the bottom. Thousands of clamps, it's not welded. The idea is I'm going to finish this top bit first, then I can maybe tap the bottom up a little bit, maybe. I'll have to see. But I'm having trouble getting it all in line, sort of this way. So what I've done, I made these little spacer things up. I'm just going to put them in there like that, tack them in, tack them to there, tack them to there, and I've marked it along here because it's okay up to there. I'm quite happy with that line. It runs out a little bit here, so what I'll do, I'll get this one tacked in and move it up. Well, I've got the sill in place. It's as best I can get it. It's not 100%, but it's pretty much there. I've just made this little bit of strip up. I'm just going to put it in the bender and just see how far out it is. I've sort of measured it's going to go down there, along there and up. So it's going to have two bends on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go over to the bender. I can't actually set up my actual stand. My tripod's actually broke. I stood on it, so I can't really show you me doing it. So I'll go to the bender and let's see what happens. Well, I think we're on plan B. I put the first one in and bent it, but it's actually fine, no problem at all there. But the next line is there. I marked it on the back as well, just in case I have to turn it over, but I can't actually get it in there. Put it on there. It won't go in. I tried it from the back. It's not long enough. So, I think I'm going to have to just put the piece of plate in there and put one bend on it and figure the rest out. That's a bit of a bum, isn't it? These are just kind of test pieces I made before I bent the proper one. Obviously I couldn't get the return in that way. I just tried different sort of measurements and whatever, and actually it's come out alright. Actually sort of fits. I'll show you. I've got to push that back a little bit. I might actually just cut it and push it back. I don't want anything to, I might just go in there, just put a little cut on it, push it back. So I can get this in. This is bits going in there. It's not very good. That's it. So I've got to straighten that out first. Yeah, this bit's going to go in there, so I've actually marked, I've got to do a little bit of a cut out on it, straighten that back piece, and that'll be that piece done. Then what I might do is actually get this piece in, fully weld it. I've got to do another little piece for the return that goes up, because that's going to go down. Can't really see it. No, it's a bit of it's going to go something like that. That's a bit more gang, but I need another piece to go at the top there. So I might just go and cut that out there. It's got to be, well, I've been working in imperial and metric, so it's 10 inches long by about 20 mil. Well, I've tacked this piece in. I've actually got some really good plug welds here for the first time. Just got the hang of them now. The MIG welders have been a bit of an arse this morning, so I had to sort of the wire kept blocking up. I've got a little bit of a step there, but it's not too bad. I can just sort of blend it in. Not too bad. I'll put another little run of weld down there, blend it in with the grinder. These tacks are okay. I can do the same what I did here. I can't use my Dremel because the Dremel's just broke. I have to have a rethink about that. What I'm going to do now, I've sort of welded under there. I'm just going to bring a piece of plate down there and a piece of plate down there and weld it all solid. Then I've got another piece, which is this piece here, which I made. I'm going to stick that over the top of it and weld it in. Might just plug weld it. And I think I just need to mend my Dremel, I think. I didn't think I actually needed a Dremel, but I haven't stopped using the bloody thing. So anyway, let's get these piece of plate in there, a piece of plate in there, make it all nice and secure. I don't have to weld on there because it's all welded underneath. So the whole B-pillar, it's actually looking quite strong there. I could have done that a little while ago and it all collapsed. So I think today I'm just going to finish welding all these on. They're only sort of roughly done. So I'll just do some tack. And I'll do some tacks here just to do a little bit of time. So let's get this bit tacked in here first, then I've just finished all the welding. And then I might have to order a new Dremel. I might just take it apart. My track history of taking things apart and never getting them back together again is quite high actually, so I might just order a new one. Well, thanks so much for watching my video. Hope it wasn't too boring for you. I've had to end it now because a couple of reasons. First reason is the video editor that I use. It's one of these freebies you get off the internet. It's struggling at the moment because the videos are getting a bit too long, so I'll have to cut it short. And also I've run out of oil through primer, so I've just ordered some more of that. What I'll do, I'll quickly show you some of the bits that I'm doing, and another reason I've had to stop. If I turn the camera around, I'll show you. Well, this is as far as I've got. This piece here actually fits nice. I did have some of this oil through primer on that, or whatever we call it. So that's gone now. These holes are drilled there just so I can just plug weld it. I made this piece up as well. All this is all, I've got to tackle this together yet. I can't do that until I get some of that weld through primer. So that's one of the reasons. Then what I'm going to do, the next video is going to be starting from here, working what way along. And the bit I'm dreading is this piece here, which is the bottom of the wing. Again, it doesn't actually marry up with the sill, so I'm going to have trouble with that. So we'll see how we get on. I'm looking forward to doing it. This piece here is quite good. It's quite interesting, but that sill that I've got on there is definitely the wrong one. But it is what it is. I'm not taking it off. Anyway, so hopefully next video comes out, and he's trimming off there. This piece here should all be done. Well, thanks so much for watching. If you do like my videos, please subscribe and all the normal stuff, and I'll get back to you shortly. Bye now.